Hello and welcome to the Different Strokes exercise programme. My name is John Graham. I'm the Clinical Director of Physiofunction, one of the UK's leading providers of independent outpatient stroke rehabilitation. I've worked with Different Strokes as an expert physiotherapy advisor for over 20 years. I've devised the classification system for this programme so that you can identify the level that matches your current abilities. Exercising at the correct level will allow you to benefit from exercising regularly at home whilst ensuring your safety at all times. I wish you every success with the programme. Before you begin any exercise programme or begin to follow any of the training recommendations, advice or other instructions, you should first consult your doctor and have a physical examination. The recommendations, advice and instructions provided by Different Strokes and the instructors leading these exercise sessions are in no way intended to replace or to be construed as medical advice. Build up slowly. Start with 1 to 2 sessions a week, gradually increase to 3 to 5 sessions a week. This is your level 3 session with Mathilde. Level 3 sessions are designed for people who can move their affected leg reasonably well, but who may have restricted movement in their affected arm. The exercises are a mixture of seated and standing exercises. For the standing exercises, you will need a sturdy upright chair to assist you with your balance. For your safety and to gain the greatest benefit, you will need to ensure that you have a carer or family member available to supervise your standing.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another online session with me, Mathilde, for Different Strokes. This is for level 3s. Today we're going to be working on mobility and movement. As you can see, I have got a Pilates ball or an exercise ball, so they've not got much weight to them, they're a bit squishy, and some dumbbells. So again, with these, if you don't have dumbbells, you can grab some cans or water bottles or anything like that. Make sure you have read the notes that accompany this video before starting. But anyway, we're going to get started with a warm-up. We're just going to move our bodies a little bit, even though we'll mainly get warm doing the main session. We'll just get started, tapping our feet out in front. And out to the side. Good, and tapping underneath the chair as well. Good. And coming forwards out of the chair slightly, as if you're about to stand up, but not quite. We're doing a half sit to stand, these are called. Good. Couple more. Lovely. Punching out in front. Hopefully warms those legs up a little bit, that one. Good. And punching up. And round to the sides. Good. Reaching down, opposite hand to opposite toe, or just as far down as you can go, don't worry about touching. Just as far down as feels comfortable. Good. And reaching up, one side and then the other. Good. And rolling those shoulders back. Getting ready for the main body of the exercise. And forwards. Good. And rolling those wrists around a bit. Maybe open and close the hands. Roll them around the other way. Or do ear to shoulder. Good. and pause for a moment. We are going to be doing 45 seconds of exercise and then 20 seconds rest, where I'm going to explain the next exercise. I think we've got about 13 exercises in the list, and we're going to try and go through those twice today. So bear with me. We're going to start shortly. The first exercise, you'll want just one dumbbell, and you're going to start by leaning forwards, picking it up and reaching up, leaning down and switching hands. So either picking it up off the floor for the other hand, or you can pass it to the other hand if you can't quite reach the floor. Right, so if we're all ready, we're going to start our first exercise now for 45 seconds. Good. You can do it a bit slower if you want to take it at your own pace. Good. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. The next one is sit to stand. So you can do it with both weights or no weights. It's completely up to you. And if you were to do it with the weights, you'd hold them at your chest, coming up and sitting back down. Remember to do it at your own pace. We're starting now. Off we go. Good. Take your time, make sure your feet are nice and wide and flat on the floor. Leaning forwards before you stand up. Stick your bum out on the way down, trying to keep a nice flat back as we do it for another 20 seconds. Good. Another 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll pop our weights down. Grab our ball, sit back in the chair and put your ball between your ankles. You're going to extend your legs up and back. You can do it without the ball, so you can just extend up and back. We're going to start now. Good. You should feel this muscle here, your quadriceps, working quite hard here, towards the end of the exercise at least. Keep going. Only halfway. Trying to remember to squeeze your feet together as well as bringing your legs up to keep hold of that ball. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to keep hold of the ball for the next exercise. You want to have your palms flat on it, squeezing it together, and as you squeeze it, you want to push forwards and back to your chest. And then we're going to push up and back to the chest. Off we go for 45 seconds. So nice and controlled, trying to keep those palms nice and flat on the ball while still putting a bit of pressure, squeezing it the whole time. For another 30 seconds. Good. And 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. The next exercise, we want the ball and the dumbbells underneath us, completely out of our way, so that we don't trip over them, because you're going to come up walk around the chair and sit back down and then go back up the other way. So we're going to start our 45 seconds now. So walk around the chair, use the chair if you need to. Sitting back down. Good. Trying to remember which way you went the time before so you can change it, make it different each time. You come up for another 10 seconds. Let's see if we can do one more. Good. So for the next exercise, we want to come back up, come back round to the back of the chair, and you're going to do a calf raise. So onto your toes and then squatting down. So we want to have a nice wide stance. Off we go. So squat down onto your toes and squat back down. Good. Lovely. Trying to keep that back nice and flat as we squat down. It doesn't need to be a huge one, just bending the knees slightly and onto the toes. 20 more seconds. Good. Lovely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. The next one is going to be leaning forward, so you can either do this over the chair or you can face sideways, and you just want to bring that back leg out and then switch over. So just going as far as you can, as far as is comfortable or appropriate. We're going to start now. Our 45 seconds. Take your time with this one. So it may just be out to here, and that is okay. That is just something to work on as your balance gets a bit better, and you'll start to be able to come forwards a little bit more. It's a stretch as well, this one. 15 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We'll come back down to the chairs. And for this one, we're going to be using our dumbbells, front raise, and then a lateral raise. Starting now. Doing it at your own pace. Remember, we've got to do it for 45 seconds. So if you do one every 5 seconds or 10 seconds even, if that's what you feel your limit is, that's absolutely fine. Just pacing yourself, making sure you can carry on repeating that for the whole duration. For another 15 seconds we've got. And 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. I'm going to move my ball that's in the way. You want to have your legs out straight, your hands at your chest. You can have your weights or you can put them down, leaning back, but your back is still hopefully not touching the back of the chair, so that we've got our core nice and engaged. In 3, 2, 1, you're going to lift one leg up and then the other, keeping leaning back the whole time, trying to avoid touching the backrest with your back to make this a good core exercise, working those core muscles, those abdominals. Good. For another 20 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. The next one, heel raises, or heel to bum, sorry. You're going to bring either tap your toe underneath, or if you're doing it standing, you're going to bring your heel to bum this way. So it looks like that from the side, bringing your heel up. Off we go. Lovely. So you want to try and squeeze your hamstring, that muscle on the back of your leg as you bring your heel up, which means trying to close that gap between your heel and your bum, even though that would be quite difficult and quite impressive if we could do it, but that's what we're trying to focus on, making that gap as small as possible. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Coming back down to the chair. If you're not already, we're going to do some sit-ups now, but the seated version. So weights at your chest. You're going to sit up nice and tall on the edge of the chair, leaning back to touch the backrest and coming up nice and tall. Off we go. Good. Well done. Feel those core muscles contract as you're bringing yourself up. Sit up nice and tall in between each one and gently lower yourself back down. Just tapping the backrest and then coming back up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to have our weights on our knees, resting our hands on our knees here, and you're going to bring one leg out to the side and the other leg out to the side, and you're going to go as wide as you can, and you can push down in here to make it a little bit more difficult for your legs if you find this one too easy as well. Off we go. So it's almost like your knee and your arm having a bit of a battle. If you're pushing down while your knee's trying to come up and your arm's trying to push it down, gives a really good bit of resistance for this exercise. If you find you need it to make it a little bit more difficult, good. Just going as wide as you can each time for another 10 seconds. And we've got one more exercise, and then we're going to repeat them all again. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. This one won't take me too long to explain as bicep curls. So you want to glue your elbows to your sides, curling up and down. You can do it seated or standing, whatever you feel most comfortable doing. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good. Try and get a good pace going, good rhythm. And another 20 seconds. Good. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And resting. My ball and weights have ended up this side of me. We've got 20 seconds rest, and then we're starting again with our reaching down with a weight and pushing up. So grabbing one of our weights, reach down and press up, off we go. repeating them all. One more time, and then we're done for today's video. Hopefully you can have a bit of rest afterwards. 20 more seconds. 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Our next one is sit to stands, which is optional with or without the weights. If you have got the weights, hold them at your chest. Just creates that extra bit of resistance again with lots of our exercises. So starting in 3, 2, 1, coming up nice and tall and back down. Doing it at your own pace, but try and keep that same pace up if you can. You now know what's coming for the rest or have a rough idea for the rest of the session, so you can hopefully pace yourselves quite well as well. 20 more seconds. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Put our weights down. Hopefully your ball hasn't rolled too far away like mine. For our leg extension, sitting back in the chair, have it between your ankles, or don't have it at all, we don't need it, but it's just an added bonus. Starting in 3, 2, 1, off we go. And you just need to come down so your heels tap the floor and back up. You don't need to bring it all the way back, because that makes it a lot more difficult. We just want to isolate these quads here for a moment. So they're still working hard, but the rest of us can hopefully relax a little bit more. Good. 15 more seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Grab the ball in between your palms, squishing it together with your flat palms, and you're going to push forwards, back to your chest, and push up. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push forwards, trying to keep pressure on the ball the whole time, so we're squeezing it the whole time as we're doing, pushing forwards and pushing up. Good. And 20 more seconds. Keeping those palms nice and flat, keep squeezing. 10. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. So making sure we move our weights and our ball out of the way so no accidents occur, because we're going to stand up and out of our chair, round, sit down, up and back round the other way. Off we go. Use your chair for the assistance to walk round. And back round the other way. Fifteen more seconds. Good. Maybe time for one last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're up, you can stay standing for the next one, which is going to be calf raises and squats. So, or squats and calf raises. So you're going to bend your knees and then raise your heels. So starting in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Bum out and up onto your toes. Good. Go as low as you can with the squat, as low as is comfortable. And 20 more seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to stay standing because our next one is you can either lean forwards over the chair or hold on sideways and leaning forwards. And remember, just going as far as you can, trying to keep that back leg straight. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So alternating. We're not rushing this one. You want to try and get your balance as well. And sometimes if we do them too quickly, it can throw us off balance. So keep moving the whole time, but don't rush to do them quickly. Good. 15 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Let's come back down to our chairs. Move the ball and grab our weights. Oh, look, it's rolling away from me. So we're going to do front raises like this and lateral raises. Off we go. Raising to the front and to the side. Good job, I don't need it anymore because it's gone all the way to the other side of the room now. Thirty more seconds. And 15. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We're now going to stay on the edge of our seats with our feet out in front of us, our legs nice and straight. Leaning back, back isn't touching the backrest. And you're going to raise one leg up and then the other leg. So we've got our core nice and engaged by not touching the backrest. Still leaning back. Off we go. Trying to keep those legs nice and straight. As you bring them up, keep those toes pointing to the sky. We're nearly there. We have 4 more exercises after this. So 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Coming up behind our chairs. If you want to do the standing version, that is, the seated version is bringing your heel to your bum underneath your chair. The standing version is bringing your heel to your bum, holding onto the chair. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good, getting that good bend in the knees. You might feel a stretch over this front muscle. Keep going. 20 seconds. 15, 10, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Coming back down to the chair. We're doing our seated sit-ups. So on the edge of our chairs again, you can have your weights if you want to, holding them at your chest, but they are optional. And you're going to lower your back down to tap the backrest of the chair and back up nice and straight. Off we go. Good. Hopefully feel your core engaged, working hard for us. 2 more exercises after this one, and then we're done for today. Very good. 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Our next one is our leg abductions. So having our weights on our knees, and you're going to bring one leg out to the side and then the other leg. And you can push down with your palms as well to make it a little bit more difficult for yourselves. Starting now. Good. And halfway. Fifteen seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Last one is our bicep curls. So elbows glued to your sides, contracting up, squeezing your biceps and back down. So squeezing this muscle here, or tensing it rather. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good. Keep working. This is the last exercise. 20 more seconds. Feeling good about ourselves after this as well. We've done a lot of hard work just now. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. You can pop your weights down and call it a day there. So make sure that you take some nice deep breaths, keep moving to cool down, and maybe do some of the stretches that we've done in previous videos before if you fancy it as well. Making sure you drink lots of water to rest and recover after the session today. But well done guys for making it this far. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. So I hope you take care. See you soon. Bye bye.